Hey guys, Dave here from Tech7. In this episode, we're going to be comparing the Nexus S versus the iPhone 4. So first thing we're going to be talking about is hardware. Starting with the screen of the Nexus S, it has a 4-inch WVGA Super AMOLED display, and the iPhone 4 has a 3.7-inch Retina display. Both phone screens have the advantages and disadvantages. The advantage to the iPhone 4's display is that it has the Retina display, meaning it has the highest pixel density and highest resolution. The advantage to the Nexus S display is that it's 4 inches, so it's a lot bigger, and it has a Super AMOLED display, so all the pictures and your pictures, videos, and all your colors are going to be a lot more vibrant and pop more. The disadvantage of the iPhone 4 display is that it's only 3.5 inches, so real estate is very small. The disadvantage of the Nexus S display is that it is Super AMOLED display, so you won't be able to see your phone as good in direct sunlight. Moving on to cameras, both phones have a 5 megapixel back-facing camera and a front-facing VGA camera. However, all cameras are not created equal, and for some reason, videos and pictures just still come out a little bit better on the iPhone 4. However, I've seen tons of pictures and videos coming from the Nexus S, and it's pretty up to par too. Moving on to processors, the iPhone 4 has the A4 processor and the Nexus S has the Hummingbird processor. The Nexus S processor is clocked at 1 GHz and the A4 processor is most likely underclocked to 800 MHz, but it could be clocked at 1 GHz also. As for right now, there is no way to really benchmark the A4 processor in the iPhone 4. However, the Hummingbird processor does get one of the highest scores out of Android phones. Also, for baseline, both phones can have 16 GB internal storage, and both phones cannot be expanded. However, with the iPhone 4, you can get a 32 GB version. So pretty much each phone kind of have around the same specs, but I do have to give the round to the Nexus S just because I think it's a sexier phone. Now moving over to software. Software is going to be a little bit different because one is running Android and the other one's running iOS. Now, personally, I have both. I use Android and I use iOS. And I have to admit, when it comes down to it, for people that just want games and good apps and everything, the iOS just beats Android right now. Android is still growing and it's going to keep on growing. However, right now, if you're going to get a phone and you want to just have tons of games and games that totally take full advantage of the hardware, you're going to have to pick iOS. However, if you're totally into modding the actual OS, modding and customizing is a lot easier to do it on the Android platform than it is to do on the iOS platform. Yes, you can jailbreak iOS, however, rooting your Android phone, or if you're not even rooted on the Android device, you can do a lot more stuff on the Android device with modding and customizing. So for the conclusion, if you guys can go out right now and either buy an iPhone 4 or Nexus S, I would say this. If you're into having the latest in hardware and tweaking your device as much as possible, then I would say pick the Nexus S. But if you're not into all that customizing and tweaking and you just want to play games and apps and music and stuff like that, then I would have to recommend the iPhone 4. Or you can just do what I do and get an Android phone and get an iPod Touch. So this has been Dave from Tech7. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.